What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Bike Flappy YouTube channel. And today we'll be doing some work on the old Troy Bilt pony here. Let's get into it, guys. What you see behind me, the white thing, is the gate. We've got a toolbox in the shop, and I'm going to do a little bit about that. What we have going on under the hood here is the stock. What we're going to do, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Anyway, like I said, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. This isn't going to be the best video or the longest video ever, but I got some work to do on this old thing, and I guess I'd show it to you. Just in case you're wondering, why I'm doing what I'm doing. Let me put you in here and show you a video of what I did to her last week and why it's time for me to do some preventative maintenance. As you can see, probably shouldn't have done the things that I did, but I needed to get her through, and well, I bought some new gas. You can see my gas cans in there. I filled them up. So now that we got new gas cans, we can go ahead, drain the oil, and then change spark plug, do some other, labor things to it, get her ready to go for next cut, and I'll take you along. Okay, guys. I don't know if you've watched any of my older videos, but I don't particularly care for this mower all that much. It gets the job done, but that's about it. Anyway, there's a metal drain plug right down here. The older model had a little plastic one that just went into the block. This one, it's right here in a terrible spot to get to. So go ahead and get her to where she's finger tight. Then, whenever you buy this thing, they give you this little plastic thing that fits right under your steering rack to drain her down to the below, and then you lower this all the way out. You can fit a drain pan under here. So that's what we're going to do. Rigged up that way. You can see my drain pan. And you could also wear some form of PPE if you want, but yeah, it was definitely time for an oil change. As you can see, this stuff's pretty dark. Yeah, definitely overdue. Doesn't smell that good either. It probably doesn't help that I don't always run the right fuel mix, and it's been about a year overdue that I was supposed to do this oil change. Anyway, we did it now. So as soon as she starts flowing, I'll go ahead and put the plug back in, and then we can talk about some of the other stuff we got to do, which includes removing the hood. But yeah. It's hard to see, but there's some metallic particles in our oil. Nice. But she still runs. So probably just put an oil additive in there and keep sending her for another couple years. I think I was starting to say, and I don't think I ever really finished. If you haven't watched any other videos, and I don't even know if I really talked about it, this has never been my favorite mower. I much preferred my dad's old mower before I inherited this one. He had a Craftsman LT 1131 or 36. I forget the number. Maybe I'll put it in. Probably not. And yeah, it was a lot more stout than this. It ended up snapping an ear off the engine block, which, yeah, not much you can do about that. Well, other than replace the engine. At the time, I don't think, we had a Harbor Freight right down here, so you couldn't just go and buy a replacement engine. That's probably what I would do now. but we scrapped that mower a long time ago. But hey, this thing runs okay. You got to start it in 7th gear, or the 7th speed setting, whatever you want to call it, because otherwise it won't leave neutral. But hey, it still cuts the grass, so until then, we'll keep running her. Okay. I went ahead and restalled the drain plug, finger tight, a couple turns passed. I don't know what the torque is. A Honda motor is 31 foot-pounds. My daily driver is 20. My arm said this one's tight enough. So anyway, that's good. That's back in. I'm going to get some brake clean and clean up the oil spill. And other than that, we'll get back into it, guys. The next thing I want to do is change spark plug, but it's a lot easier to do that. Take the foot off and just go ahead and take it off. It slides right off. Then we'll just slide it over to the side here. And there you go. Foot off the motor. The next thing I'm going to do, like I said, is go ahead and take a spark plug out, which means I got to take this cover off to get to it. Actually, no, I don't. I lied. Don't listen to me. I just got to pull this plug boot off, which hasn't been off in 37 years, I don't think. Let me get back with you guys. Actually, wait, no. I can get it off. There we go. 12mm wrench will get your spark plug. Now that that's off and out of the way, just take your spark plug socket on the end of your Pittsburgh Pro ratchet. Yeah, that's right. I don't use snap-on out here on the lawnmowers. Yeah, I'm gonna take a guess that she wasn't too happy about running that 2-stroke gas last week. That smells terrible. Absolutely awful. Oil soaked all the way down. So I'm gonna do the right thing and go ahead and replace this spark plug. This is a champion. Usually I'm a big proponent of replacing your spark plug with what the OEM had. Well, unfortunately, couldn't get a champion at the parts store today. So I got E2, I think it's called. Go ahead and throw that in there real quick. Get the whole thing put back together. Take you around the side of the mower, show you a couple other maintenance items you could do that I'm going to skip today, and I'll tell you why I'm skipping them. Then I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm going to put in the gas tank to try to clean this whole system out a little bit. Plus, we got to put oil back in the old girl. So, just for comparison, here's your brand new spark plug. Here's what it came out of there. Kind of fouled, if I had to say so myself. Anyway, let's get the new one in. There you go. I don't know why my spark plug pulled the boot out of my socket, but hey. Go ahead and slide we should be good for another way too many years and way too many seasons. Guys, in here real quick. This here is your fuel filter. Obviously take it off, just undo those two little hose clamps, and well, you could replace it. I did the right thing, and instead of replacing it, I just ran some brake clean through it and blew all the crap out of it, just because, you know, I'm cheap and didn't want to spend the 8 cents. Actually, I definitely would have replaced it, but I didn't have one right here, and I forgot to buy a new one. So we'll call that good. Coming in here to our air filter, you can see it's starting to get kind of dirty, but honestly, I'm just going to keep running it probably one more season. Honestly, if it weren't for the fact that I ran way too many gallons of bad two-stroke gas through here, I wouldn't even be doing this mid-season, but I just don't want to put new gas and stuff back in here with it being all messed up, so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and put the oil back in here. This thing takes about 1.5 quarts or 1.3. I'm using today O'Reilly 530. You can put 530, 1030, or SAE. This is what I have. That should be right about it. Let me check my oil with the dipstick here real quick. No, it might be about a 10. We'll go ahead and fill our gas tank real quick. I just bought this one today, so we'll see how this thing works. I hate these new gas cans. This one's not as bad as some of them, but it could be better. I'm going to call that about, it's about maybe 2 gallons, gallon and a half. Final thing I'm going to do is pour a little bit of this stuff in there. This is the Berryman's Italian tune-up. This is good for about 21 quarts or 21 gallons or something like that. I'm not going to use all of this, but I'll go a little bit liberal. Just, you know, since I ran all kind of stuff through here that I shouldn't have ran through here. It's about to storm, but just for you guys, I'll put myself in danger and start this up and see what it does. It doesn't crank. It's another day. The storms the other day, relentless. Couldn't finish getting the mower going. Turns out the battery died. I don't know how. Didn't get a video of testing the old battery. Didn't have the camera. However, we got the new battery right here. We'll throw that in real quick. Prove to you that it works, and we'll add our Berryman's and get the thing going. Let's get into it. Let's see, we got the Super Start Lawn and Garden 150 cold cranking amp battery from the O'Reilly. Only O'Reilly is good enough. Not really. I mean, I love O'Reilly's, but I've probably done business with every parts store. Within the last 12 months, it just so happened that I pulled up to O'Reilly's and bought this battery. It was the only one they had. So let's get it in the lawnmower real quick and finish this video off. Prove that I know what I'm doing. That I didn't change all that stuff, and then the lawnmower's just now foobar. Anyone who's never connected one of these batteries, the process is fairly simple. You know, you just go ahead and put your bolt through the hole, and then go ahead and take your nut. Then you just, you know, thread it on, and then take some form of tightening device and tighten it down. So I'll do that, then we'll get back into it. Now if everything's wired as it should be, she should start up no problem. Let's see if that's gonna happen. That'd be nice. We have crankage. Oh yeah, well, we got the lawnmower running, which, well, that's, the goal was preventative maintenance. Just so happened that the battery on the mower died. But anyway, that was the goal of the video. She still smells a little bit funky, like she needs to burn the residual of that old 50-to-1 out of the system. But we're not going to be able to do that until I can mow. And it's currently 8:11. So I'm not mowing tonight. But anyway, thanks for watching this video. It's probably shorter, but it's not too bad. So, cool to do a little bit of something. Small engines. Got some projects coming here soon. One of them's in the back of the truck that you can't, oh, you can see the quarter of the truck. And then we got another one that I've been in the process of filming, but then I kind of got off of it. Then I had to buy parts and took a little bit of time. We're going to get back into both of them. See if I can get the thing in the back truck running. Got the parts for the other mower. Try to get that running. Do some small engine content for you guys. Anyway, other than that, thanks for watching this video. Got more stuff coming. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. And we'll see you next time here on the Mike Falappy YouTube channel. Thanks, guys.